I have a proposal and a question to all the aspiring entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurs attending this webinar today. How many of you can put up an oxygen plant or provide oxygen cylinders or set up a makeshift hospital with ICU beds or can organize ambulance with ventilator? Entrepreneurship is about selling to the needs of the customer rather than trying to sell what you possess. Entrepreneurship is about meeting the scarcity and demand of the customer in the most innovative manner, and subsequently develop trust in the product and services, build your brand, and scale up your business. Sri Sudhir Prasad, President IIPA Jharkhand Chapter and former Chief Secretary, Government of Jharkhand. Dr. Mukul Narayan Dev, Chief Patron and Vice Chancellor, Vinoba Bhave University. Professor M.K. Singh, Vice President IIPA Jharkhand Chapter and Director, Department of Management, Vinoba Bhave University. Sri N.P. Singh, former Chairperson of Standing Committee IIPA New Delhi. Sri Pradeep Kumar, Secretary IIPA Jharkhand Unit. All the panel members, webinar organizers, delegates, guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are going through an unprecedented event in our lifetime. India has more than 1.76 crore infection with single day rise of 3.5 lakhs, nearly 1.97 lakhs fatalities with more than 2,700 fatalities in a day. People are dying without oxygen cylinders, ICU beds, medicines. Consistently, India is recording highest infection in the world. But I still feel when going gets tough, the tough gets going. The government, the Supreme Court, corporate world, healthcare workers, all are coming together to defeat the coronavirus. The world and India will emerge from this difficult situation. What has seriously impacted in this pandemic situation is the employment opportunities for the people of India. As per CMI data, the current unemployment rate is about 7.8% in March 2021 against 23.52% back in April 2020. Startup India is an initiative of the Government of India announced on the 15th August 2015 by the Honorable Prime Minister to build a strong ecosystem for the generation of employment and creation of wealth. Focus is to nurture innovation and improvement in the development of products, processes and services, and have scalable business model with high potential for creation of wealth and employment in India. Under the Startup India initiative, eligible companies can get recognized as startups by DPIIT, which is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, in order to access a host of tax benefits, easier compliance, fast tracking the intellectual property rights, and several other benefits. The startup company should have been incorporated or registered in India not exceeding 10 years from the date of its incorporation. Entity shouldn't have been formed by splitting up or reconstructing an already existing business. Annual turnover should not be exceeding 100 crores in any of the preceding financial year since its incorporation. The Startup India Act scheme has a Startup India Action Plan that includes services like ease of setting up of business, various incubation centers, easier patent filing, and 80% rebate in the total fee for the IPR or the intellectual property rights. Tax exemptions. No, there's no income tax for 3 years. No prior experience is required for government tenders. Faster exit mechanism is there if your business has not been able to take off as you wanted. And a massive around 20,000 crore corpus fund. Self-compliance on 6 labor laws and 3 environmental laws helps reducing the burden of compliance on the startup in the initial struggling days. There would be no inspection on the startup for the first 3 years regarding labor laws. Now let's talk about, I do get opportunities to speak, motivate and influence several entrepreneurs. I personally feel entrepreneurship is a mindset. It doesn't matter whether you have lots of money and large pool of resources or not. But if you have an innovative idea which meets the need of the society or the customer, and if the idea is scalable, there lies the recipe for entrepreneurship. If you are passionate about your idea, you can work 24/7 for your dream to convert into reality. You love working in chaos. If you enjoy a roller coaster ride in your career, you are an ideal candidate to become an entrepreneur. You should have a zeal to become a job creator rather than job seeker. अदनान समी का एक सॉन्ग है, मुझको भी तो लिफ्ट करा दे, थोड़ी सी तो लिफ्ट करा दे. फॉर स्टार्टअप कोई लिफ्ट नहीं है. देयर इज नो एलिवेटर टू सक्सेस. You have to take the stairs hard way. The government in turn has a lot of focus to support MSMEs and nano enterprises. Government has even changed the limits for the benefits of MSMEs. Earlier, the MSME definition was based on investment, but now the revised definition includes investment as well as turnover. So for micro units, investment limit is about 1 crore and turnover up to 5 crores. You can be an entrepreneur wherever you are based, in whichever part of the country. You just have to build a pipeline of connecting local supply and local demand and develop a revenue model. When I was CEO in Jharkhand Skill Development Mission, there were entrepreneurship based on fisheries, honey revolution or Meethi Kranti, bamboo work, dhokra art, sohrai painting, madhubani painting, medicinal plants, goateries or piggeries, etc. I'll give you 2 examples which I saw for myself. Once I visited Maharashtra at the advice of the Honorable Minister for Higher Technical Education and Skill Development to study some of their entrepreneurship model. And there was a case where fly ash was available from a coal-fired power plant. One startup took the fly ash from the power plant and delivered it to nearby cement plant. And the cement plant made the fly ash bricks and sell in the market. It helped the environment and became a revenue generation model. In the state of Bihar, makhana is produced in the Mithila region. It just required some processing, packing and delivering to the market. Now makhana is a nicely packed bag available not only all over India but even in Dubai and other parts of the world. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has developed and recognized a skill development course also on makhana growing. I'll also try to highlight some of the challenges being faced by the entrepreneurs in the last 1 to 1.5 years due to the world's one of the largest catastrophes of the recent times. One of them is finding new customers. Since the physical contacts and interaction has so much reduced, finding new customers has become the most difficult job during this pandemic. Now, retention of the skilled employees is one of the biggest challenge due to the migration of the workforce in this pandemic situation. There is a lot of information overload. There is information overload regarding changes in the government laws, policies and regulations. There are continuous changes in the policy towards engagement of local employees, number of people allowed or not allowed to work in the factory, hours of lockdown, and the work hours that worker can work for has been changing. Mobility and transportation during lockdown is a bigger challenge. There is also a problem of additional funds to grow the business at this time. Not many investors are coming forward to commit their fund due to the uncertainty. The promoters have a lot of self-doubt, uncertainties, and fear of unknown. The startup ecosystem has rapidly been evolving in India. Since its announcement, if you go to the Startup India portal, there are about 142,000 startups, more than 750 incubators, about 100 investors, more than 20 corporates, about 160 plus accelerators, around 700 mentors. There are more than 57 government bodies involved in supporting the startups in this ecosystem. Let me talk about the opportunities for entrepreneurship in the future post-pandemic. The products, the services, and the nature of skill set required post-pandemic is going through massive change. The sectors of economy will respond differently to this pandemic. While the healthcare and life sciences may emerge stronger, the tourism and hospitality is getting badly impacted. Even in the same sector, the nature of job and the skill set required is going through a change. Health sector may require online consultancy, telemedicine, easy to use standardized equipment by the patient such as sugar measurement, BP measurement, oxygen measurement, medicine required on home delivery. In entertainment sector, there are a lot of web series coming, low budget pictures, interactive games and channels rather than those 100 crore plus mega films. Education sector is focusing more on online learning and webinars as we are going through today. The value and importance of knowledge giver like teachers, professors, trainers is going to go up rather than the requirement for buildings and infrastructure. You can see how Byju's have emerged as a billions of dollar of company. In banking sector, more focus is on contactless transactions. You may see today how many companies in banking and NBFC space are engaged in payment app, and still more and more licenses and approvals are being sought. These are in pipeline. Retail sector is shifting towards e-commerce, online marketing, efficient supply chain like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Big Basket, etc. Food and hospitality sector is busier in food on delivery rather than fancy restaurant candlelight dinner. Hub and spoke model is evolving where food is prepared in a central kitchen and delivered all over the city. You will find Swiggy and Zomato delivery boys running on the motorcycles all over the city and now even in the smaller towns. New generation of entrepreneurs should explore future skill domain as well, such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, cyber security, data analytics, Internet of Things, machine learning, 3D painting, etc. Entrepreneurs must prepare themselves for the upcoming technology and skill required for the future. Services sector, outsourcing and aggregator model is likely to become more and more strong, like Ola and Oyo Rooms. People have already tested the benefits of work from home with reduced operational cost. Entrepreneurs को टेक्नोलॉजी की रफ्तार से ज्यादा तेजी से बदलना पड़ेगा। एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए हिंदी और उर्दू के महान कवि और लिरिसिस्ट पद्मश्री निदा फाजली के शब्दों में मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि सफर में धूप तो होगी, सफर में धूप तो होगी, जो चल सको तो चलो, सभी हैं भीड़ में, तुम भी निकल सको तो चलो, किसी के वास्ते राहें कहां बदलती है, तुम अपने आप को खुद ही बदल सको तो चलो। Friends, if you like this video, please press like button, subscribe to the Skill Yatra channel and press the bell icon so that you can be informed when our next video is uploaded. You can also write to me on amarjha@amarjha.com or amarjhateam@gmail.com. Till then, thank you so much. Bye for now. God bless.